G-Money, how you doing, man?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everything's good with you?
We not coming no more.
Like, we here.
We here.
We here.
Man, I'm so happy to have you here. Obviously, you're here most of the time to give us some perspective, some opinions about things that are going on in life, particularly in the legal field, and we're going to talk about that a little later. But again, I really wanted to get you back on because that's a big event going on the 23rd of this month in Greensboro, Bryant Park Golf, and it's for the Jillian's Ray Memorial Golf Tournament, something you started back in 2014, and an unbelievable event. I just want you to talk about it and give people, a little snapshot of why you started it and things of that nature.
Right.
Right. Well, my daughter Jillian was diagnosed with a brain tumor back in 13, and it obviously took our family by storm. It kind of blew us off our feet.
Yes.
And then we kind of went through the struggle of treatment and searching for a cure. We ultimately lost that battle. Jillian passed away in May of 2018. But during the course of that fight, we found out or we realized that pediatric cancer pales in fundraising for pediatric cancer pales in comparison to fundraising for adult cancers. So we started this program to raise money for pediatric cancer research, to raise money for families dealing with that struggle, walking the path that we walked. So we established Jillian's Ray to provide a ray of hope for a cure while sprinkling sunshine, raise the sunshine into the lives of children and the families impacted by this disease.
I believe.
And this tournament is Saturday, September 23rd. Before we go into any more detail about the tournament, tell us just a little bit about Jillian Ray.
Oh, wow.
I know, pal. Come on. You going to get me all choked up on here.
Right,
Come on.
Right. If you look at this, the flyer, anybody that knows Jillian, she was just an angel on earth. She had a smile that was captivating, beautiful, warm personality. Everybody loved her. She was the light of my life, obviously, and she was an inspiration to people all around her. I was looking through some notes that I took as she was in the hospital, and one of them I asked her. I said, "Are you uncomfortable being in the hospital this long?" This was like her last illness. And she looked at me and just quipped without any even hesitation and was like, "This ain't my first rodeo."
Oh, wow.
So that's just kind of sums up her personality, kind of who she was. But she just a beautiful soul, and I think about her every day.
I know, and I wanted to give you that opportunity to just talk a little more about her.
Well, thank you.
We're talking to Gregory R. Williams, who's creator and founder of the Jillian's Ray Memorial Golf Tournament, September 23rd. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Shotgun starts at 8:30. It's at Bryant Park Golf Champions Course they call this, what is this, Brown Summit, North Carolina? That's right near Greensboro,
right? It's just on the outskirts of Greensboro.
Yes.
It's off of 29, so it's, you don't have to go all the way to Greensboro. I do want to add, in addition to our fundraising for pediatric cancer research and other organizations, last year we expanded that to adopt families at Christmas.
Oh, wow.
So we adopted 3 families, $500 each. And as luck would have it, or as grace would have it, 2 of those families were dealing with the same illness that Jillian suffered. So, and I just kind of sent feelers out, to provide me with some suggestions for families. And as they started coming in, it's like, oh, this family has the exact same scenario, and this family is dealing with that scenario. So, we did that last year. We did 3. This year we're going to expand it to 5 families at Christmas. So
that's awesome.
So
brother.
we're trying to make a difference.
And I was involved, and I think you guys provided sheets or something for the hospital.
Yeah,
I came to that event. That was an awesome event too.
Yeah, actually, you're on the cover here on the flyer.
Oh, I am. Okay, I didn't look at that. Oh yeah. I wonder who that handsome guy was. But go ahead.
At Duke Hospital, Playtime Adventures. My guy Kevin Gatlin.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing big things now. He's been on Good Morning
Oh
America.
yeah.
But these are bed sheets that have. I didn't mean to turn this into commercial.
No.
That's my guy.
But
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
right.
Go ahead. No,
These,
it's really good
This is
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
The bed sheets, they're hospital bed sheets, and they have games on them, educational games. So kids that are bedridden and kids that are in the hospital for an extended period of time, rather than just sitting there, they can actually play games, educational games on their sheets. So Kevin is one of our sponsors and one of our contributors. So.
So, G, so tell us, how can people go and get more information about the tournament?
You can go to my Facebook page. That's Gregory R. Williams on Facebook. Also, you can go to jilliansray.org. That's Jillian with the J, Ray with an E. That's JILLIANSREY.org. And
I know Kendra be pushing stuff out on X and of course on Facebook. From my perspective, we'll make sure we do what we have to do. So we only got 5 minutes, or maybe 4 or 5 minutes. We gotta go real quick at this. So let's transition real quick.
Yes.
You help us understand what's going on in the world. So let's talk about Michael Irvin. I saw a settlement. It was $100 million. He sued, I guess, the Marriott, I think, or somebody. Talk about where that is now.
Yeah, well, as we do, we don't leave it out there. You know, once we cover something, we come back and
yeah, that's right, exactly.
Right.
So,
the update.
Yeah. So the playmaker is not only on the sidelines in Boulder, Colorado. He's now back with the NFL Network. So as we discussed previously, he did file a $100 million lawsuit with Marriott. He was accused of some type of sexual harassment. We saw a video of the encounter. That process has played itself out. The lawsuit is settled. He's back to work. We don't know the terms of the settlement, but he did stand up and fight for what he felt was right. He said he didn't do anything, and he stood on that and fought for that. And now he's back.
Yeah, I wonder how ESPN feels about that, because they pretty much got rid of him, because he was doing that appearance on First Take with Michael Irvin on Mondays. Of course, now Shannon Sharp has that now, so it's interesting to see how that kind of fell out.
Right. It's kind of sort of one of those. I don't want to call it a knee-jerk reaction, but it was a very abrupt reaction.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly.
It was.
Without getting all the information.
But when we saw the video, even it made sense. I mean, maybe things happen, I don't know, but what we saw was, how can you – somebody was trying to do a money grab, I think, on that.
Right.
That's just my opinion. Anyway, so let's segue from that to –
more harassment.
Well, that shows you the power of a verbal complaint.
Yeah. Yes. Because when you say it, you got to defend yourself, and people make opinions based on information that they don't even know.
Right. So
anyway, Mel Tucker, the head football coach for the Michigan State, who's the highest paid coach, by the way, in college football. He's got a crazy contract. He can make up to $80 million based on his contract. He's in a situation right now. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. You're right. He signed, I think, a 10-year, $95 million contract. 4 years in. Michigan State's head football coach. We know the Larry Nassar legacy at Michigan State. The young lady involved was of all things, a sexual harassment speaker.
Like an activist, yeah.
Right.
Activist,
yeah. And this is the individual that he had this allegedly non-consensual phone conversation and relationship. We don't really know a lot of the details other than this came out. It's initiated sometime back in November. Maybe I think December is when she actually
December.
Yeah,
almost a year.
So the university's been aware of this since that time. They hired a third-party investigator. It took them to July 25th to complete their investigation. And the result of that investigation was this hearing that we're now hearing about. No pun intended. Which is going to occur October 5th. But if you don't know, his Tucker has been suspended without pay.
Yes.
I think that happened Sunday in light of new information that the university received. We don't know what that new information is, but he has admitted to having a explicit phone conversation with her. So she doesn't have to prove that anymore, but he did admit that. But his suspension was for not upholding the professional standards of the university.
Yeah. And that's a cause to be terminated, too, I'm pretty sure, in that situation. Then there's some things he was doing financially with some Anyway, some crazy stuff. But let me ask you a question. Guys were talking yesterday. So if you're on the phone with somebody, you saying some crazy stuff to that person, can they just hang up?
Well, there is a red button on most phones.
Yeah,
Right,
it is.
Right.
That works.
Right.
Just-
So
if you're
from a,
offended, you can hang
right.
up.
So from a legal
Right.
perspective, does he have? I mean, is she in like what she was hearing? I'm just asking because I don't know. From a legal perspective, can she just hang the phone up and then be done with it?
But she definitely could have hung the phone up. He said that actually.
Oh, did he? Okay.
And then she spun it back to you're blaming the victim,
Right.
which he's alleging it was a consensual conversation.
Because he's saying it's coming off of 8 months of a relationship, an
Right.
adult,
right.
consented, intimate relationship.
But
So-
again, going back to the Michael Irving situation, it's the power that we give the allegation sometimes. The allegation takes on
Yeah.
a life of itself. This could come out to be nothing.
Right.
But how do you repair?
You
Mel
can't.
Tucker's
You can't. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
I guess I was just thinking like if he said those things and she was on the other end, is she didn't like it, she could have hung the phone. Now he's an idiot for saying those things and doing those things. Trust me.
And admitting to doing
And
it.
admitted to
Admitting
doing.
to
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
That's the other thing.
But he's saying, hey, we're familiar with each other. We're in a
Yeah,
relationship.
Right.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait on this one. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
it'll
more
be-
to the story.
What
Right,
is that?
right. I'm sure more facts will come out as we get closer to this hearing.
Yeah,
if
okay.
the hearing happens.
Okay.
And it's going to.
So
the devil's in the
who
details.
initiated a hearing? The university said we got to have a hearing, or her people said we got to have a hearing?
Well, it's part of the university's grievance
Okay.
program
Okay.
process.
But Mission,
so-
they going through it. They got all
so the
kind of stuff
hearing
going
is,
on.
you know,
Yeah. Anyway, Greg R, we appreciate you, man. We
Yes,
appreciate
thank you.
what you're doing in the community. Obviously, this is a great thing for a lot of people based on your wonderful young lady in your life, Jillian. And I know it's tough sometimes, but we appreciate you sharing that with
Yeah,
us,
keeps
brother.
her memory alive and right there in your
My
heart.
man.
Thank you.
GRW, go check him out. Hey, Pam Smith, DR Reese, A-Town. I'm going to see you on the side. Keep it locked in.